Hello there folks, Spunky Cook here, aka your Lonely Achievement God, continuing our From 0 to 1000 Achievement Hunting series for Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, the Anniversary Edition for the Xbox. If you've been following along with our playthrough so far, we just finished off grinding out some presents and the Mono machine, and we are all set to head into school mode. Now, I do have a separate video that I recorded for the school mode introduction. If you're interested in the backstory and background information and details about how the school mode works, then I recommend you take a look at the video. I'll try to remember to drop a link in the video description, but otherwise it is going to be uploaded on my channel. I don't think I'm going to include it in the playlist to the From 0 to 1000 because it's not really necessary. It's just some background information about how I came to the conclusions of what we're doing and some information on how a school mode works. So if you don't care about that, we're just going to jump in and start doing everything. All you need to do is go to the main menu, load up your most recent save, whatever that may be, and then go to the school mode and hit new game. Just like in the story, we're going to skip everything. I do want to point out at this point, you need to be following me, if you have been following along with me, this is a continuation of the spoiler-full playthrough. If you are trying to jump in here from any other playthrough, your gameplay is not going to line up with me because your free time sessions are going to be different than mine. We are continuing our spoiler-full story mode playthrough into the school mode to get our 1000G. So, again, if you are trying to jump in here, having followed your own direction, you're not going to be able to keep up with me on the free time sessions and the schedule as I have laid it out. You might be able to learn a few things about school mode, but primarily this is just a continuation of our spoiler full walkthrough. So if you are looking for some information, if you're coming in here hoping for some information about how to go through the school mode, I'm going to direct you to my website. There's a link that has a spoiler-free and a spoiler-full text walkthrough with some resources not only for the school mode, but for other things as well. On my website, I'll drop the link in the description, and you can jump in there, and hopefully the information there will help you. As always, you can reach out to me and ask any questions you might have as well. So we're going to just skip everything. This introduction is basically the same as the introduction of the game and story itself, but the dialogue is slightly different, so feel free to read if you want. What ends up happening is the game kind of says we passed out after we introduced ourselves to everyone in the entrance hall. So we don't have to go through the introductions or anything. We already know who everyone is, and the game's like, oh yeah, you passed out, and now we're back here. And we automatically go to the gym and get introduced to Monokuma. Monokuma's like, hey, I forgot to make my extra selves, and I need you guys to make it. So we can't have you kill each other until I have my extra Monokumas, so you're going to have 50 days to do so. And that's basically all this is. And he's like, if you don't want to, we can just have you all kill each other. Honestly, I kind of enjoy this mode, and the story setup is cute enough. So after we all kind of decide, okay, fine, we'll make your robots, we're going to jump over to the dining hall and have a little tutorial. So he says you have 50 days to make them, blah, 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 blah. It kind of explains everything. We'll cover it when we get there. And as you can see, we get our first, this is the tutorial version, a Monokuma Casanova. The days left don't matter, we're going to make this right away. And he's going to come back here and he's going to give us the materials we need to make it. So we're going to get a marble slab, 3 cans, 2 chisels, and then 2 bag of screws, 2 wrenches, and 5 more chisels. And we're going to be brought to the main action menu. For now, we're in the tutorial. All we can do is construct things. So go ahead and go into the construct menu. There's 4 tabs here. The first one is our goal, where the Monokuma we are trying to make is listed. And on the right side there, you can see the materials and items we need to make and have in our inventory in order to make the Monokuma. If there's a little hammer icon next to it, that means it's a processed good that we need to make. But if it has like the screw icon or the paintbrush icon, that is just a base material, and we just need to have a certain amount of those. So you can see we don't have the Greek statue we need, but we have 2 of the 2 bag of screws, 2 of the 2 wrenches, and 7 of the 5 chisels we need to make the Monokuma. If we tab over to the Tools tab, there's an ancient compendium, a microscope, a Mona Lisa, pectoral harness, and attendance record. These 5 items or tools are very important. They double the amount of resources we get. So there's something we're going to be focusing on every playthrough. The next item is the Coke bottle glasses. It reduces the amount of HP lost when we are collecting materials. This is vital and will always be the first thing we attempt to make in all of our playthroughs. And then we have the long mop and the high-tech mop. I really only recommend making the long mop if you are having trouble cleaning and if you have the materials for it. The high-tech mop uses a lot more rare items. It's not really worth making that one. The materials are better served elsewhere. But if you find yourself having trouble keeping up with cleaning and you have the materials to make a long mop, feel free to do so. This isn't going to be a step-by-step thing as much as I'm just going through and showing you exactly what I do, because you're not going to be able to follow along with me exactly. The items you collect are random, so you're not going to collect the same items I do every day. I'm just recording all this kind of as a object lesson and an example of how your playthrough should go in a similar manner, but it will be slightly different because of the randomness of the searching. Our next tab is the consumables. These first 4 are individual person HP restore items, and we're not going to be bothering them with them much. We're going to be making a lot of the mom's warm milk. As you can see, it restores all HP to everyone. And the reason we're making that is if you compare the items list that we need for the mom's warm milk to everything else, the Rad Bowl restores all HP for a single person, and it needs 2 recipe books. The Mom's Warm Milk restores HP to everyone, and all HP to everyone, and it too also only needs 2 recipe books. It really makes no sense to make any of the individual items as you go through the game. Now, granted, there are always exceptions where you may have a little bit extra of something, and you need to restore someone a specific person's HP. If that comes across, don't be afraid to use one of these items, and Monokuma will sometimes gift you some of these, and feel free to use them at your leisure. But primarily, we are going to be focusing on making the mom's warm milk as we go through. The Nonsenzu bean restores consciousness to someone who's fainted. We're going to be doing our best not to let anyone or faint, so this one isn't going to be very important. The Spirit Bomb gives you the boosted energy that we talked about. Again, that gives you boosted searching or cleaning ability and like infinite health. The next day you return to a red health level. So if you get these, feel free to use them, but again, we're not going to make any of them. And the next 3 items here are single-use items that make the school cleaner. Again, I don't really recommend doing any of these unless you're having trouble and have the items to do so. The tree branch is a pretty common item, but it's in one of the 3 HP rooms, and using it for this is kind of a waste when it can be used for other things. So I really only use these items, only make these items if you have a ton of materials available to you. And really, I only recommend the feather duster. Anything else is kind of a waste of the more rare materials. These bottom two consumables are the cheat sheet and cleaning maestro, and these raise your individual collection and cleaning levels by 1, and these are the primary items we're going to be focusing on, especially through our first playthrough, but overall in general, because our goal is to boost our cleaning and collection levels to level 9. And then we have the processed goods. As you can see, we have the items to make the Greek statue. This isn't really worth going over. All of these items are just things you're going to make as you go through, but there's not really any meaning to them. All their meaning is we need a Greek statue to make a Monokuma, we need to make a Greek statue, or we need a secret book of poems to make the ancient compendium tool, so we need to make 5 secret books of poems. That's all it really means. There's no other meaning to them. So scroll over to the Greek statue and press A to make it, and then tab back to the goal tab, and you can see the Monokuma Casanova is lit up, and we can press A to construct that. And that brings us to the screen where Monokuma's like, oh, you made it. What the heck is this? And then when you make one, you will receive trip tickets. On our first playthrough, we're not going to worry about this too much. We're not even going to bother making any of the Monokumas until day 34. So you don't have to worry about this too much. We'll discuss the trip tickets and everything once we get there. And that ends the tutorial. You get a little bit more dialogue here, and you will eventually be brought back to the main action menu, and we're going to just quickly go over everything. We now have to make another Monokuma Casanova. It has the same items, but we're not being given them this time. We'll have to find them. And if you look on the days left, on the right there where it says days left, that means we have 5 days left to make the Monokuma. Keep an eye on that, but as I said, for this first playthrough, we're not going to be worrying about making the Monokumas until day 34. That's when we will start worrying about the Monokumas. And with the tutorial completed, we have been brought back to the main action menu of school mode. You'll see we have the set tasks, construct, personal effects, and e-handbook menus all available. On the right on the blackboard there, it'll tell you which Monokuma you are making, although that doesn't mean a whole lot to anyone, and how many days you have remaining to make it. And in the upper right-hand corner, you have the days remaining indication. So we are on day 1. That means by day 6 we need to have made the Monokuma. But again, we're not making any of the Monokumas. For those of you that are following along with the video, I am going to attempt to remember to put a link to my text resources. I have a resource page for the free time sessions, a table that shows everyone's free time level ups, a listing that shows all of the liked and loved gifts for the free time sessions, and also a set of pictures that shows all of the items in each individual room. What I mean by that is if I go into the set tasks menu here and choose a room, sorry about that, my analog wasn't working all that well, you'll notice that each room has an items list at the bottom, but they're all question marked until we discover them for the first time. If you don't want to wait for that, again, I have a resource on my website that has all 10 classroom items, or all 10 room items revealed, so that you know exactly where the items are and you can search there. Again, I'm going to try to remember to put that in the video description so that you can use those resources as you're going through for your situation. But yell at me if I don't remember to do that. I have a lot going on right now, so if I forget to do that, yell at me and I will put them in the video description as quickly as I can. On our first playthrough here, This is kind of the quick checklist of what we're going to be doing. So if you want to write this down or just keep it in mind, we're going to start by building the Coke bottle glasses that reduces the stamina from searching so that we can search easier and longer without having to rest. We're then going to work on the 5 tools that double resources. So the Ancient Compendium, the Microscope, the Mono Lisa, the Pectoral Harness, and the Attendance Record. Once those are done, we're going to be splitting our attention between Mom's Warm Milk and the Cheat Sheets and Cleaning Maestros until day 34. Around day 30, we're going to ignore the cheat sheets from that point on and focus on the rooms for the cleaning maestro items, because the cleaning maestro items are more important right now. Starting on day 34, we're going to work on the Monokumas and continue working on the cleaning maestros in whatever other time we have. And then we'll make the Monokuma on day 41 as well. Day 48 is the last day you can use any of the consumables, so the cleaning maestros and the cheat sheets. Make sure you use all of them on day 48 before you work, or you will lose them. And then for our free time, we're going to be focusing on report cards. Again, if you're continuing from the story mode playthrough, you'll be following along exactly with me. And then we'll do a single school mode ending, and we'll be working on Aoi Asahina's school mode ending. So let's go ahead and get started. It is day 1. We have a Monokuma, doesn't matter. And after this first Monokuma, your Monokumas will be different from mine. So when we get to day 34 and I get a Monokuma, your Monokuma may be different, so you're going to have to split your searching into different rooms than I do. To start here, we're going to be focusing on the tools, so you can follow almost exactly what I do. As I said, it's going to be a little hard to do exactly as I do, because the items you get from searching will be different from mine because they're random. So you can try to keep up with what I do, but more so, this is just an example of how you're going to go through, and you're going to have to tweak some of the things that happen according to what materials you get that I may not, or vice versa. So what we're going to do is go into our tasks here, and we need to first designate 4 people that are going to be our cleaning people. Now, as you can see, everyone has different mining and cleaning levels here. Like Makoto is a level 3 miner and only a level 2 cleaner. So we want to find people that have a level 3 in the cleaning slot to be our cleaners. For my purposes, I pick Mondo, Hifumi, Yasuhiro, and Chihiro to be my 4 cleaners. As we level up, for example, once our cleaning levels get to level 4, we're probably going to drop Mondo, and Mondo will start searching. And then once we get our cleaning levels to like 6-ish, we're going to drop Hifumi, and Yasuhiro and Chihiro will be the 2 we're getting to level 9 in cleaning. Everyone else, we're going to be focusing on their mining levels. And that is how I recommend going through this. Now, you can use different people if you'd prefer to have other people be the cleaners. Just make sure that they are all level 3 cleaners, because you want the maximum efficiency for cleaning. So pick whatever 4 level 3 cleaners you want. They will be your cleaners. But for this first day, we don't need to clean. So we're actually going to have them go and search in the classroom, because we need an item that is in the classroom for the Coke bottle glasses. These other items other classmates need to be split between the music room and the garden. We need tree branches and we need pen lights out of the music room and the garden. So just switch up your other characters, classmates between those, and put 1 or 2 more people into the class. In fact, I actually recommend putting 3 more into the classroom, and then have the other 2 do the music room and the garden. Once that's all set, you can press Y to begin the day. And it'll show everyone searching in their rooms. The items you get will show up on the right, and Monokuma flies across the screen. You can actually press the B button to speed it along, and I recommend doing that. It's not really worth sitting there and watching everything. It gets rather old. You're going to be doing this for 4 playthroughs. You can watch it as much as you like. So that is our first day done. And now we're going to get our first free time session. Before we go any further, I do want to cover the fact that you can abuse the save system a little bit here. So you noticed we got items as we went through and searched, but let's say you desperately needed to get the pen light and you didn't get it. And so basically you wasted a day trying to get that pen light that you needed and you weren't able to. After you set everyone in their locations, you can actually back out before you press Y to start cleaning and searching and save. And then if you don't get the item you want, you can reload the save until you do. Now, generally, unless you are on the day before a Monokuma needs to be made, or an item or whatever, it's not worth doing that every day. So I don't recommend doing that every day, but it's not a bad idea for the day before a Monokuma needs to be made. That way you can guarantee you're getting the items you need. Doing it every day is going to be super frustrating, and I don't recommend it. We're also going to be saving and reloading when we do the trip tickets, so I'll cover that in more detail once we get there. But saving and loading can be used if you are having some trouble keeping up. You save after you've assigned your classmates to whatever rooms they need to be in, and then you can reload if you don't get the items you are looking for. As I said, because it's random, some days you might get 4 pen lights and some days you might not get any. And having the ability to reload the save and get the items you need can be invaluable. So feel free to mess around with that if you want to. Again, we're going to be on a little bit different paths here. Other than for the free time sessions, but as far as building Monokumas, you're going to be getting different ones than I am, and you're going to be getting different resources than I am. So if you need to use the save load system to keep up, feel free to do that, but you shouldn't have any problems. We're not on a strict timetable. You know, you don't have to do specific things every day the same day I do them. If they happen a day or two later, that's fine. Just keep in mind the checklist I rattled off at the beginning so that you know if you finish something before I do, you know where to move your attention to next. And there is one more thing you can do the save load for, but it's not all that effective. Monokuma will show up randomly and give you items, and sometimes he will give you the stat up items, the cheat sheets, and the cleaning maestros. Unfortunately, it is completely random. There is no way to, Monokuma gave me an item on day 5, I should save on day 4 and reload until he gives me a cheat sheet item. That's not how it works. You could do that every day until it gives you a cheat sheet or cleaning maestro, but you could reload 20 or 30 times and not get it, so it's not really worth worrying about it. As far as those items go, just use them wherever you want. We'll cover them in a little more detail in a minute here. But we're going to go ahead and advance to our first free time here. And for free time, you start off in your room, always meet with someone unless I say otherwise, and we're not going to have a lot of extra free time sessions until we get to playthrough 4, so generally you're going to meet with someone every time. So hit go meet with someone for free time, and you'll end up out in the hallway in the dorm room right outside the gate that leads to the school store and the entrance hall and all that. And as you can see, all of the classmates are strewn throughout this hallway. The locations are always the same, so Junko is always going to be to our right, Sakura will always be there, Aoi, etc. And you can either run to them, or you can press the Y button, and if you select their headshot down there and press A, you automatically get brought to them. Generally, it's faster to just use the Y menu to get to people instead of running around to them, but do whatever you want. On your left is Monokuma. When you start doing the trip tickets, Monokuma will tell you the heart level you are at with everyone. So that is invaluable. Make sure you remember that, but it's not really worth anything right now. For our first free time session, we are going to go meet with Aoi. I recommend saving before you talk to her, just to be safe here. So once you get up to her, go into your e-handbook, make a new save here. And the reason why I recommend that is until you get used to the menus, there is a chance that you can choose the wrong thing and you get locked out. So what I mean by that is we're going to talk to Aoi here, and we have the option to spend time together, which is for free time, or to use a trip ticket, which will be for the school mode endings. If we are trying to do we are trying to do the free time sessions. So if we accidentally hit use a trip ticket, there's no confirmation. You automatically go into the trip ticket menu and you can't back out. So be very aware of what option you are choosing when you go to talk to someone. If you use either option, you cannot back out of it once you click it. So when we're doing free time, always make sure you spend time together. When we're doing the trip tickets, always make sure you use a trip ticket, because clicking the other option will automatically bring you to the next step. There is no confirmation and you will lose out on a day. If that happens, I recommend saving every couple of days in a new slot. That way you can go back to a previous save. If you want to save every day, feel free. However you want to go through to feel comfortable. We only have like 2 or 3 sessions that we can miss out on and still complete our plan for our first playthrough. So I don't recommend letting any of these sessions slide because you hit the wrong button. Reload a save and get back to the point that you were. So generally I recommend saving before every time you talk to someone, just on the off chance that you choose the wrong option and miss out on a day. At this point in the playthrough, as I said, while there is room for you to make maybe 1 or 2 mistakes, you don't want to rely on that. So I recommend, again, making a save every 2 or 3 days, or every day if you want to. That way, if you do accidentally choose the wrong option, you don't have to replay your entire school mode session if you do screw up too many times. So saving regularly and in new slots is very much encouraged. So for us, we need to spend time together. So go ahead and choose to spend time with her. And then we are not going to give her a gift because we know that our next free time session without a gift will automatically give us a level up. So hit not really no, and we'll go into some dialogue here, and we're eventually going to have to choose donuts. And that will bring us to the end of the free time session. We'll automatically go to sleep, and that'll bring us to the beginning of day 2. When we wake up on day 2, you'll get a little title card sequence that says day 2, and then you'll notice the cleanliness go down as we did there. I'm sorry, I was holding the skip button, so it went by a little quickly. Starting on day 2, one of 2 things can happen randomly. As you can see here, Yasuhiro showed up, and he's like, man, I feel really good. That means he's going to have purple health, which is basically infinite health, and he searches/cleans at a higher rate than a normal classmate. I don't know the exact rate. It's not really that important. The fact of the matter is it's important to recognize who has the health boost, because they should be used in the most needed areas. So if you really need an item from a 3 HP room, such as the garden or the data center or the music room or the gym, your purple health person should be the one that searches there. If you're having real trouble keeping up with cleaning, feel free to use them as a cleaner. For us, Yasuhiro is one of our cleaners, so he's just going to give us a boost cleaning today. But if he was a miner, you would want to move him around to whatever room you desperately need an item from, because he'll have the boosted ability to get it. Primarily, you want to use them in the 3 HP rooms, but if you desperately need something from 1 HP room, having his boost to searching can be useful for that. So that randomly happens each day. It's impossible to predict. So you'll just have to kind of get used to that and use that person wherever you want them. You also, as we see here, and I already mentioned, can have Monokuma show up. And he will sometimes give you the search up or cleaning up items, which he did here. I am not going to be directing you how to use these, because everyone is going to have kind of a different way of doing so. However, don't use any of the stat up items until your characters are at least at level 4. And if you get the cleaning items, use them on the 2 people you expect to level up to level 9 in cleaning ability. So for us, or me specifically, unless you have 2 other people you are using, Yasuhiro and Chihiro are going to get the cleaning maestros if we do get them. But it's not worth using any of these stat ups, because after like 6 days, we're going to level up to level 4. And it's very fast to level up to level 4. So you don't want to waste the cheat sheet to get to level 4 when 5 days later the classmate would get there automatically. So we're not going to use this cheat sheet right away. We're going to save it until we see one of our classmates hit level 4 for cleaning. And then we can maximize the use of the item by getting him or her to level 5 immediately and not wasting any of it. I cover that a little bit more in my text walkthrough, but if you get any of those, again, I'm not going to be assuming you do, because you might not. So just ignore them and use them whenever you get the opportunity on whatever you want. For the cleaning, or excuse me, for the cheat sheets which level your mining ability, just use them as soon as you get someone to level 4. Never use the cheat sheets to get someone to level 9 unless everyone else is already to level 8. It's a waste of a cheat sheet. Cleaning maestros are different. You're only going to have 2 people to get to level 9, so you can use the cleaning maestros to get to level 9. But for cheat sheets, use them up to level 8, and then once you have all of your miners up to level 8, then you can use cheat sheets to get them to level 9. But it's a waste to get them from 8 to 9 while others still need to get to level 8. Okay, with day 2 up, we're going to go to the construct menu and we're going to check tools, and we need to see the Coke bottle glasses tool, because we need to see how many of each item we got. As you can see, we got 1 pen light, we got 5 bags of screws, and 4 tree branches. That means we still need all 3 of those items. If you happen to get all of the pen lights, that means you don't have to send any more of your classmates to the music room, and you can reallocate their searching ability to the garden or whatever it may be. If you have all of the bags of screws you need, then you don't have to send anyone to the classroom anymore. Yada, yada, yada. So what we're going to do now is we're going to back out to the set tasks, and we're largely going to keep everyone the same. This is the only time you should use a yellow HP'd person on a 3-arrow room. So as you can see, I know I didn't cover this in this, but the class, the kitchen, and the library are 1 HP rooms. The physics lab, art room, and nurse's office, the nurse's office, are 2 HP rooms, and the garden, data center, music room, and gym are 3 HP items. For today only, we're going to use a yellow HP person in the 3 HP item rooms. That way because I know that you won't faint by doing it. So first things first, move your 4 cleaners over to cleaning. And for everyone else, keep them where they are. So we'll have the same people searching the music room the garden and the classroom that we did on our first day. So go ahead and hit Y and fast track that. You see, we got one more pen light there, and we got enough bags of screws, so we only need tree branches now. You don't have to actually see that. I just managed to catch it there. And on day 2, we're going to go meet with someone. And once again, we're going to meet with Owie. So I'm just going to get her headshot on our bar here. We're going to go over there. I'm not going to save because I'm confident in my ability to choose the correct option. But if you aren't, feel free to save. And we're going to spend time together. We don't need to give her a gift again this time. And we're going to automatically get another report card entry. And again, we'll go back, or go to sleep, and wake up on day 3. Your cleanliness bar will drop again, and will be brought back to the action menu. And that's how every day is going to go from here on out. Junko is feeling good, so we may move her to the garden. First things first, check your tools again. Check your Coke bottle glasses and check to see which items you still need. Again, we only need tree branches, but tree branches are in the garden, which is one of the high HP rooms. So what we're going to do is anyone who is blue is going to rest. Everyone else is fine. And we are going to move everyone else that is yellow or more into the garden. The 3 people we had in the classroom can go into the garden safely. Everyone else should rest. So we have 4 people searching the garden. If you want to, feel free to save here to make sure that you get the, I believe, 3 tree branches that I need. Your playthrough obviously will be different, but you don't really need to save, as I mentioned. Make sure you have your cleaners set up. And once you do, you can press Y to start the day. Now we're going to go meet with someone. And once again, it's going to be Asahina. And this time we have to give her a loved gift. If you do not have a loved gift, what I recommend doing is saving, returning to title, loading the save, going to the school store, and putting in like 5 coins until you get the gift you need. Now, we just spent probably around 100 to 150 coins, depending on how many you had, to get the gifts we need. So you shouldn't have any problems finding a gift that Aoi loves, but you will need to do that. So spend time together. And we need to get one of the 5 gifts that Aoi loves. So hit yes, definitely. And the gifts she loves are the flotation donut, but we only have one of those. She loves the kitten hair clip. We only have one of those. We love the G-Sick, but we only have one of those. She loves the water level, and she loves the Astral Boy doll. So we only have one of each. Now, this is entirely up to you, and I'm making this decision because I've seen the other gift lists for every other classmate. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to give her a water leveler, because I know that not too many other classmates love or like this object. It doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is, give her whatever gifts you have that she loves. If you have one, give it to her. From now on, I'm not going to be going through and each loved and liked gifts. I'm just going to say give her a loved gift, and I'm going to assume you have one of them. Have no dialogue. We'll go through. and we will be brought to day 4. If you still need to search for the Coke bottle glasses, then of course search for them. Kiyotaka's feeling good for us today. But as you can see, when we go into the tools menu, we can make the Coke bottle glasses, so we're going to do that. And now we will be able to search and much more without needing to rest. As I said, I don't know the exact HP numbers for how everything works, but I do know that we can have our classmates search 3 or 4 times at like the level 2 and level 3 rooms without needing to rest. But whereas before we could only do it for 2 days. It is a significant difference. So making this right off the bat is always going to be your primary goal. So once we have the Coke bottle glasses done, and you may not have them done yet today, so you may have to reallocate some of your searching to finish whatever items you still need, we're going to start focusing on the items we need in these 5 tools. So I'm going to do that today because that's where I'm at, but you may have to wait another day before you do so. So we need 5 steering wheels, so we'll see how many. We don't have anything to make that. We need 5 secret books of poems, and we still need some more items to make those. We need 2 Greek statues and 5 welders, and we do not have any of the items to make those. So with that in mind, these tools are all we are going to focus on now. You can also double check to see if you've gotten any of the items for Mom's Warm Milk. You shouldn't have yet, but it's not a bad idea to look. With that in mind, again, we're not worrying about the Monokuma. We need to split our attention now for these tools, if you got the Coke bottle glasses done, between the class, the kitchen, the library, the physics lab, the art room, the nurse's office, the garden, the data center, and the music room. And this is where it gets very frustrating, because you're going to have to check every day to make sure that you still need to search in these rooms. You're going to have to go through and compare how many of each item you need to how many you have. In my walkthroughs, I actually have a table that lists how many of each item you need if you want to have that open to be able to reference it as you go through your playthrough. I have created that in my walkthrough as well. I'll try to get a direct link to that. Again, if these links aren't in the description, yell at me. Make multiple comments and yell at me so that I get it up. So, because I don't want any of you struggling to get through this. So we're going to go in and we need to kind of spread our workers out. The other thing we need to do, anyone who is blue, send them to rest. Everyone else can go wherever they want. Now that we have the Coke bottle glasses item, yellow HP people can search in the 3 HP rooms without an issue. The only time you shouldn't search in a 3 HP room now is if you are blue, and most of the time, if you're blue, just automatically rest, or if we get a ton of people who are blue, we will be using the Mom's Warm Milk to heal everyone the further into the playthrough we get. So get those 3 blue people down to rest, and we're going to allocate everyone else to the rooms I mentioned earlier. The class, the kitchen, the library, the physics lab, the art room, the nurse's office, the garden, the data center, and the music room. So go ahead and we'll put Junko in the music room. We'll put Celeste in the data center. We'll put Kyoko in the garden. We'll put Sayaka in the nurse's office, the nurse cell's office. We'll put Makoto in the art room. Kiyotaka will go in the physics lab. Byakuya will go in the library. And we'll put Leon in the kitchen. And because we have 3 people down, we can't get someone into every room, but the classroom is the easiest to search, so we're not, we'll leave that for later. Once you have your people organized and searched out for, whatever items you need, make sure you have your cleaners in their spots. And then you can press Y to start searching for the day. After that, we're going to go meet with someone. This is our last day meeting with Aoi. And again, we need to give her a loved gift. So make sure you have one. And make sure you click spend time together. And we're gonna give her one of the flotation donuts because not too many other people really love the donuts. So, and again, your gifts are gonna be different. If you have a gift that she loves, just give it to her. You can work out the details about other gifts later on. I'm just doing this because I know that not too many people love these specific gifts. Aoi's gonna invite us to her room. We get a nice heartwarming scene here. And we are going to get another achievement here, folks. For completing Aoi's report card. These scenes are kind of cute, but they fall under that kind of harem type thing that happens in video games where everyone wants to bang the main character. I don't mind it, but it's a little off character. So let's do a quick achievement check. You should have 13 or 15 out of 38 for 300G, and that got us the Mystic Donut achievement for filling in Aoi's report card. Once that's done, we'll move on to day 5. And again, by this point, if you haven't done the Coke bottle glasses, I recommend setting your searching for the day, saving and reloading to make sure you get it today. This should be the last day you work on the Coke bottle glasses. You should move on to the rest of the tools today if you haven't gotten them yet. So go ahead and place everyone where you need to get the Coke bottle glasses, save, and then run the search and reload if you don't get the items you need. You can go into construct if you're under the tools, just to make sure that you can't make one of them yet. So far, the only item we have enough of is the rubber hose, but we may need those for other things. So we need steering wheels, welders, Greek statues, and secret books of poems. So we still need a few more items for the secret book of poems. We can't make any statues, we can't make any welders, and we still need steering wheels. We need a lot more rubber hoses because we need them not only for the pectoral harness, but we also need them for the sorry about that. We also need them for the steering wheels. So keep that in mind. You may need an item in more than one spot. So when it says, we need 5 rubber hoses for the pectoral harness, it's not keeping in mind that we're going for other items as well, and we need 5 more of them for the steering wheel. So at this point, we can't knock any rooms out of our searching circle yet. So we have to go back and just anyone who needs to rest should rest, and in fact, it's not a bad idea to just have all of your cleaners rest, but because Yasuhiro had the one day where he was boosted in energy, we're actually going to have some other people fill in for him. Make sure that you're having people who are level 3 in cleaning fill in, so you don't lose any cleaning ability. Everyone else is going to go through to the rooms that you either took people away from. So we put Aoi in the classroom because we had no one searching in there. Sakura will go to the music room here. We have those three resting. And everyone else can kind of stay where they were. I think we're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and run this. And we get to free time session. With Aoi's report card complete, we're going to target someone else and we're going to make it really quick and easy. We're going to find Sayaka. She is straight ahead to the right. So just get to her. We're going to spend time together. We do not need to give her a gift. And because she did not last very long in the story, we max out her report card with our second visit. And this will also get us an achievement, achievement number 16, the Psychic achievement for 10G, which is for filling in every page of Sayaka's report card. There you go. We'll go to bed, wake up on day 6, and we are going to be prompted to build our Monokuma. Again, we are ignoring the Monokumas, so we're going to press B to just ignore it. And he'll be upset, but we don't get penalized for it. And now we're going to get a new one. And we're going to ignore this one as well. From this point on, your Monokumas will likely be different from mine, so just keep that in mind. Junko's feeling really good again today. And we were given some HP restore items. Feel free to use those whenever you get them. If you see someone that needs some HP restored, we don't really need it today, so we're not going to bother, I don't think. Go into the construct menu first and just double check your tools. See if you can make any more of the items that you need. So unfortunately, we still cannot cut out any of the items or rooms from searching rotations. So we still need to spread everyone out. I recommend saving or keeping the people that are in the specific rooms where they are, and we're going to get the people that we rested to fill in. So we need someone in the data center. Do we have someone in the nurse's office? We do. I think we need the physics lab. And then, oh, I'm sorry. Make sure that your regular cleaners go back to cleaning as well. So we'll put you in the data center. And then we'll put you in the physics lab. Do we have anyone in the library, the kitchen, and the classroom? We do. I think we're good then. Again, don't overthink it. Just make sure you kind of have someone working on every item. Don't try, oh, I need more of this item. Let's have 2 people in this room. Don't try to get too specific about things. You're not on that strict of a timeline. Wait, I apologize. I almost started that. We have 2 people that can still search. So I'm going to move Toko here to the dining hall, and we're going to move Celeste into the classroom. Actually, let's move Celeste to the library. Yeah, that'll work. We have our 4 cleaners. No one is in danger. Okay. Double check that. It's a lot easier to ignore this when you're trying to record a video at the same time. Sorry about that. We have some more free time sessions today. And again, just a reminder, make sure you have the gifts needed for each person. You can always save, exit out, and go to the school store if you need to. And we're going to start working on one of the more difficult, and I say that kind of sarcastically, but difficult ones, Toko, because Toko has herself and then Genocide Jack that we work on after Toko's is complete. So go ahead and spend some time with Toko, and we need to give Toko a loved item. So just refer to that list of items from my website if you need to, or you can find a website that has that list if that's easier for you. And we need to give her a loved gift. So we have 2 of the everlasting bracelets, so I'm going to give her one because she loves those. If you have more than one of any item, feel free to use that. And you should use those up if you have extras of items rather than using singular items in case other people enjoy the items too. And once you get to the dialogue, you're going to pick a movie. And that'll bring you to the end of the day. And we're going to be on day 7, which is our first day off. For days off, your cleaning doesn't change. You don't rest. Basically, it's just a day for you to have 2 separate free time sessions. So Monokuma pops up and tells us, hey, it's our day off. So we're going to have 2 separate free time sessions, and we're going to spend both of them with Toko. Again, you can either run to them or you can find them and automatically travel to them with the Y menu. Go ahead and spend time with Toko. You don't have to give her a gift on this first session. And we'll automatically get a report card for her. And we'll be sent back to our room to start a second free time session, I believe. And we get to go meet with someone again, and we will pick Toko again. This time we need another one of Toko's loved gifts. And again, try not to use the last item unless you have no other option. If you have, go check all of someone's likes or loves, and if they have one of them that has more than one, use that. So we already used the everlasting bracelet, so there's only one of those. So we're going to go through and see. We have 2 glasses. She loves glasses. We're going to give her one of those. And we're going to have to choose iNovel because she's going to invite us back to her room. So choose iNovel. And that gives you her final report card entry. We don't get an achievement because we do need to do Genocide Jack's as well. So day 8 is upon us. Again, keep looking for all the tools that we need and making adjustments based on whether or not you have already, gotten all the items out of a room. This early on, you're probably not going to be at that area yet, but you may. So we're going to go into tools here and just take a look at everything we have. We're going to try to we can make our secret books of poems, so we'll have all 5 of those. Still can't make the Greek statues. We can make 1 welder, and we can't make any steering wheels. So let's take a look here. Just taking a look through here, it still seems like we have stuff in every room that we can get, so we're not going to, remove anyone from searching. As you can see, we did our searching in our work yesterday, and some people were at yellow, and they're still not down to blue. That is the difference that having that Coke bottle glasses tool makes. and that is why it is the tool we will, the first tool we'll make on every playthrough. If you don't have any changes you need to make, you can just jump in and have everyone search the same exact rooms. You'll notice a lot of our characters level up. Some of them are going to be cleaners, some of them are going to be miners. Remember, we were gifted a cheat sheet. If you were gifted a cheat sheet or a cleaning maestro, remember who leveled up, because we're going to use them the next day to boost their level of the respective item, whatever it may be. Go ahead and go meet with someone for your free time for today. And we're going to find Toko. This time, Toko is going to be Genocide Jack when we choose to spend time with her. And we do not have to give her a gift to get a report card entry. And we'll get the dialogue for the report card entry, and then we will go to sleep and wake up for day 9. And real quick, before we do anything on day 9, I want to go into a little more depth about the stat up items and why I told you to wait. So it's a little difficult to describe, just using words. Excuse me, but imagine there's kind of an HP bar. And we'll just go into... So we have, for example, Makoto there just leveled up to level 4. If you imagine an XP bar similar to the cleaning meter up top, it's at 0 now. Makoto just leveled up. If we were to use a cheat sheet item to get Makoto to level 5, that is maximizing the use of the cheat sheet item. For example, Sayaka there is only at level 3. If we don't know where on the XP bar she is, she could level up to level 4 in mining tomorrow, for all we know. So using a cheat sheet on her, if she's at 95% of the way to the next level, is a waste of a cheat sheet. We only get so many cheat sheets throughout our playthrough, and it's important to keep track of who gets them and maximizing when you give them to a person so that you're not wasting the item. Obviously, if Sayaka were going to level up tomorrow, giving her a cheat sheet item today to level her up is a waste of a cheat sheet item. You should just wait till tomorrow, and then you could give it to her and maximize its use. So we're going to give our cheat sheet item to Makoto here, because he just leveled up to searching level 4, and that maximizes the use of the stat up item. And that works for both of the stat up items, though it is more specifically important for cheat sheets. For the cleaning maestros, you're going to want to, after you get to level 4, it doesn't really matter. Just give them the cleaning maestros to get to levels 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 immediately. But I do recommend saving any of the stat up items you get until people start getting to level 4. Because it only took us like 6 days to get to level 4 from level 3. And level 2, it takes even less time to get to level 3. So they're not worth using right off the bat. Save them until you see people getting to level 4, and if you don't desperately need them, you can kind of hold on to them until you see someone level up, and then you can maximize the use of the stat up item after someone levels up. So I actually recommend kind of doing that throughout your playthrough. Just keep in mind that day 48 is the last day to use consumables. If you still have any of them in your inventory when you move on to day 49, you lose them. So don't hold on to them until day 49 or you'll lose them, but just kind of hold on to them until someone levels up so you can maximize the use of that stat up item. And we're going to use our Rad Bull here on Kiyotaka, and we're going to use the Spirit Bomb we have on Kyoko, and that way no one has to rest today. With that in mind, we're going to go to Construct and see if there's anything we can make. We do still need notebooks there. Let's go see if there are any more tools we can make. We still can't make any statues. We can make another welder, and we can make all of the steering wheels we need. So we still need a box cutter, or excuse me, we still need a rubber hose. So taking a quick look through everything here, we've actually gotten all of the music scores that we need, so we can remove the music room from our rotation, but just about everything else we still need to search. So anyone that's in the music room can be moved off of the music room. And I'm actually going to move them over here because there are quite a few items in the data center we still need. We still need a rubber hose from the garden, so I'm going to keep Kyoko there. We'll keep those people there, and I think we're good. Let's go ahead and search for the day. We got some more people that leveled up there. And we're gonna go meet with someone. Again, we're going to go spend time with Toko/Jack. And this time we're going to have to give one of Jack's loved gifts. So spend time together and get a gift. Give a gift, excuse me. And we need to give one of Jack's loved items, and there's only 3 of those. One of them is the gift we already gave one of, the Everlasting Bracelet, but we're going to check for these other 2, which are way the heck back here. The Maiden's Handbag is one of them, and we have 4 of those, so we're going to give her one of those. The other one is the Kokeshi Dynamo. We only have 1 of those, so we're going to give a Maiden's Handbag. Again, your items are going to be different than mine, so might be different for you. And then we need to choose Genki. I hope I pronounced that right, but I'm sure my pronunciation rate is a little low for this. Never been much of a foreign language guy, so apologize for that. Feel free to give some sandwiches to people and to save them from, being blue. We're still going to have to rest Sakura, but not that big of a deal. Go into Construct, make sure, take a look to see if there's anything you still need to make. We are going to run in here and we're going to make a single Mom's Warm Milk because we have the items to do so. I only recommend using Mom's Warm Milk if a majority of people are in blue or yellow. If you have a lot of red sitting around, don't worry about it. But if more than half of your people are down to blue, then Mom's Warm Milk should be used. But at this early on, you don't have to worry about it too much. I just made one because we have the ability to make one. We need to run over here and see what else we can make. We can make one more welder, but we still can't make any of the Greek statues. So we still need more of those items. And we haven't really maxed anything else here that we need. So we're going to just continue to search. Actually, hold on. I think we can abandon the garden. Yes, we can abandon the garden. So we can move Kyoko. I'm going to move Kyoko to the art room because we've been struggling with some of the items in there. Sakura needs to rest. And we're going to leave our all 4 level cleaners for another day here. We're also going to just double check to see. Yeah, we're still good. Okay. Just make sure you have everyone to whatever rooms they still need to be. Anyone who needs to rest is resting, and go ahead and begin searching. We're going to go ahead and meet with someone, and once again, we're going to go to Toko to finish off her and Genocide Jack. We don't need to give her a gift. And this will pop us achievement number 17, Strangers in a Brain for 10G. There we go. There's the achievement. And once again, we'll go back, go to sleep, wake up for day 11. And everything is going to continue as it has been. Oh, Toko feels good because we maxed out her report card. Again, we don't really have anyone who needs healing right now, so we're not going to worry about using it. So let's go into construct. We can make the ancient compendium, and that means we're done searching for those items. So go ahead and make that immediately. If any of these tools become available to make them right away. Go into your tools and see if you can make the tools you still need. We can make 1 Greek statue, but we need 2, and we can't make any welders. So if I am correct, we still generally need all of the rooms that we've been searching in. Yes. Okay, we cannot cut any of the rooms out, unfortunately. We do have Sakura back, so you can move Sakura to whatever room you need if you have that option. We're going to keep our level 4 cleaners where they're at because we're still struggling to keep up with the cleaning a little bit here. And we're just going to begin searching. We're going to go ahead and meet with someone. And this time we're going to meet with Leon. Leon is the opposite side of Sakura, right, or Sayaka, right in front of us, or you can use the headshot to get there quickly. And we're going to have to give him a loved gift. He only has 4 loved gifts. One of them is the everlasting bracelet that Toko really liked. But we're going to see if any of the other ones, if we have any of the other ones. So there's the bracelet. He loves blueberry perfume, but we only have 1 of those. He loves the Jimmy Decay t-shirt. And he loves Project Zombie. We only have 1 of each, so we're going to go ahead and just give him the Project Zombie. It doesn't really matter. And that'll automatically move us to his next report card. We need to choose Punk as the option, and that'll get us a report card entry and send us to day 12. Go take a look at our, I would say now is a good day to use Mom's Warm Milk. So go ahead and use it. That'll get all of us back to maximum health. And we're going to go to construct and see if there's anything else we can make. We can make an attendance record and we can make a long mop. And we're going to go ahead and make both of those. And then we can go in here, we can make another Greek statue, and we can make one more welder, but we still need metal plates. So we still need... Oh, and now we can make the Mona Lisa. So we still need... what was it? What? Metal plates, I said, right? We still need metal plates, small light bulbs, and iron plates. So iron plates are in the physics lab, small light bulbs are in the nurse's office, and metal plates are in the classroom. So we're just going to kind of swap everyone around here. And now that we have everyone focused on those rooms, we're good to go. Now that we've made a long mop, you can take one of your 4 cleaners and start having them search rooms. So we're actually going to take Mondo off and turn him into a miner now. If you don't make the long mop, keep their 4 cleaners. You may need them. But if you are able to make a long mop, then move one of your cleaners to searching. Just like before, we're going to go hang out with Leon. And we're going to spend time with him. We don't have to give him a gift, and we're going to finish his report card and unlock an achievement. And there's the achievement. We'll go to sleep and wake up on day 13. Once again, you're going to be prompted to make a Monokuma. You can just press B to back out, and you're going to get another one, which we will also continue to ignore. Go ahead and check your tools menu to see if there's anything else you can make. We still need one more welder, so let's go make it, and we should be able to make all of our tools. Once you get to this point, if you have made all of your tools, I actually recommend trying to make one long mop if you haven't already, so feel free to take today to focus on the long mop items you need. Otherwise, we're going to go take a look at what we need for Mom's Warm Milk. We have enough items to make another one, so we're in good shape. You only need to be able to make like one more. So what we're going to do now, once you have the tools done, we're going to put everyone in the same room. So we're going to move everyone to the classroom. Oops. And everyone is going to search in the same room, and each day we're going to move to the next room. And that's what we're going to be doing for a bit here. So once you have all the tools done, if you have a long mop, you only need to have 3 people cleaning, and you can have your 4th cleaner become a miner. Feel free, as I said, to focus on a long mop today. If you don't have the long mop, or if you still need tools, work on that. You can start working on this after you get these other things done. But once you have the other things done, we're going to just have our entire class search in a single room and keep moving to the next room day by day. And we're at least going to do one cycle through the entire school that way. So again, once you have everyone set, feel free to start the day. And whatever you need, if you need them to search for the tools still, feel free, or the long mop, or whatever it might be. At the end of the day, we're going to get some free time here. We need to find Yasuhiro. He's actually in the dorm hallway, or you can just use the headshot to get to him. And we're going to need to give him a loved gift. So spend time with him. And once the option arises, choose to give him a gift. Now, his are all, like, way the heck down here, so... He likes the Crystal Skull, the Golden Airplane, Prince Shotoku's Globe, and then there's a couple over here that he likes, too. The Sacred Tree Spring, and there's an arrowhead here he likes. So, we have 2 of the Crystal Skull, so we're just going to give him one of those. And then we're going to use Tarot, or select Tarot. And that'll bring us to day 14, which is another day off. And that also unlocks the Ghostface Skillah achievement for clearing the 30 skill point threshold. And we're going to go meet with someone. We have 2 free time sessions today. We're going to spend both of them with Yasuhiro. And we don't need to give him any gifts today. So go ahead, spend time with him. We're going to choose no gift. And we're going to choose cryptids when the option arises. And that'll give us a report card entry and send us back to our dorm for free time session number 2. And again, we're going to spend time with someone and go find Yasuhiro. So spend time, no gift, and you'll get another report card entry. So again, we'll go back to our room to sleep and wake up for day 15. Again, continue working on the 5 tools if you haven't been able to complete them. Complete a long mop so that you can move one of your 4 cleaners over to searching for materials. And then start working on searching every room with the entire class across the entire school. We're just going to start doing that. So go into Construct. Again, make sure you have your tools if you don't already. Check your consumables. We are going to be working a lot on Mom's Warm Milk now. We're going to be trying to make enough of those so that we don't have to worry about healing the rest of the way. So for the most part, we're going to be looking at probably 8 to 10 of those are what we're looking to get. And for the most part, you're going to be able to do that fine with one lap through every room. So we're going to go ahead, jump into our tasks, and for us, we're just going to move everyone over to the kitchen, and then we're going to start searching. Sayaka leveled up down there. And once we're done, we're going to go meet with someone. And again, we're going to go to Yasuhiro, and we have to give him another loved gift today. So go ahead and give him a gift. And we're going to give him one of the golden airplanes we have, because that's the only one left that we have multiples of. And then choose Nazca, and I don't know if that's the proper pronunciation. Nazca. And that'll send us, or give us another report card, send us to bed, and we'll wake up on day 16. Again, focus on the tools. If you haven't gotten them done, get a long mop for you, and then start moving your classmates into the same room and from room to room each day, as I've been doing here. And we now have enough to make 3 more Mom's Warm Milk, so we're going to do that. And we're going to move everyone over to the library now. And as you can see, our 3 cleaners with the long mop, our 3 level 4 cleaners with the long mop are good enough to keep our cleanliness level up without issue, which is why I had you do that. If you had 4 cleaners without the long mop, or excuse me, 3 cleaners without the long mop at level 4, we would probably have our cleanliness falling slightly every day. But with the long mop, we can take one of our cleaners off and still be okay. We're going to go meet with Yasuhiro one more time, and we only have to give him a liked gift today. So don't give him one of the loved ones. That's a waste of the gift. Spend some time with him, give him a gift, and we have to give him one of the 15 to 20 gifts he likes. So try to find one that you have multiples of, just to make it easier for anyone else you have to spend time with later. We have 3 of the cup of noodles, and he likes those, so I'm going to give him one of those. And that'll get us the final sequence and report card entry with Yasuhiro, unlocking us achievement number 19. Excuse me, it should be achievement 20 now. I'm going to have to redo my guide. Because the Ghostface Skillah one did not unlock at the proper time for me on my first run through of this guide. I did something out of order and it screwed up the order of everything, so. And there we go. And just a quick achievement check, as I said, it should be achievement number 20 of 38, and you should be at 410G. We'll go to bed, wake up on day 17. And again, if you still need tools, I highly recommend save loading at this point to get them done. And Monokuma just gave us another cheat sheet, so we're going to go ahead and use that right away. Sakura recently leveled up, or Sayaka did, so we're going to use it on her just to maximize that. As I said, focus on getting the 5 tools done today if you haven't already. If you have, focus on getting the long mop done so that you can start doing the classroom rotation every day now. That's something that should be focused on rather quickly. Other than that, we don't need to worry about the Monokumas, so we can go back and move on to the physics lab. As you can see, we've done 3 days of the single HP rooms and are still up at red. Once you're ready, just have everyone do whatever they need to do. And we're going to go meet with someone. This time we're going to meet with Junko. Teleporting to her isn't really necessary because she's right next to us. So just spend some time with her. You don't need to give her a gift, and you'll get a report card entry. From this point on, things are pretty straightforward until we get to, like, day 34. There will be a couple of things we as I mentioned, a couple of things we do differently. But if you're following along with me, I'll mention them when we get to them. Once again, go to sleep, wake up, it's day 18. Again, get your tools done if you didn't, get the long mop done if you didn't. Always double check to see if you can make a mom's warm milk, but otherwise, at this point, start making your way through. And we'll move everyone over to the art room and begin searching. And then we're going to go meet with someone, and we're going to meet with Junko again. This time we're going to need to give her a loved gift. So turn to your right, spend some time with Junko, and give her a loved gift. Now there are 4 gifts that she loves. One of them no one else does, so hopefully you got that one. That is the ration. We got a ton of them. Okay, as far as I know, I don't think anyone else likes these, so feel free to use that one up. Even if you only have one of them. The other ones I know other people enjoy, so the ration is probably the best one to give her. And that'll get us the report card entry and the achievement number 21. Memoirs of a Fashionista, to fill in every page of her report card. So we'll move on to day 19. Again, tools should be done. Focus on the long mop. That should be done really by now too. And start having your classmates go from room to room. Double check you can make any more of Mom's warm milk. And we'll move everyone around here. If you have any personal effects to like give people health like that to avoid having to use one of Mom's warm milks, do it. It's not worth wasting Mom's warm milk if you only have one blue person. So we're going to move everyone to the nurse's office and search again. And now we're going to go find Celeste. Celeste is in the hallway opposite the one Toko was in, but it's easier to just use her headshot to get to her. And we need to spend time with her and give her a loved gift. And she's one of the most material women. I think we have to give her 3 gifts overall. So say yes, definitely, and you're going to have to find one of the 5 gifts she loves. Now, one of them is the rose hip tea, the love status ring, the Zol's diamond, so we're going to give her one of those for sure. And she also loves the rose whip and the antique doll. So we only have one gift that we have extras of. So we're going to give her the Zol's diamond. And that will get you a report card entry. Day 20. We're going to have to turn in a Monokuma. Once again, we do not have a Monokuma completed. So we're just going to hit the B button to back out. We'll get a new one. Again, yours will be different, but we're not going to worry about it. It doesn't matter. So go into personal effects, see how everyone's doing. We're going to need to use a Mom's warm milk here. And then see if you can make anything more. We still need aluminum cans, but we have plenty of everything else for the most part. So we're going to go ahead and move everyone to the garden now. And there we go. All of our people leveled up. Well, a lot of them did. We're going to go ahead and meet with someone. Meet with Celeste again, and we'll have to give her another loved gift. I always assumed the cursor shows, like, Makoto's eyeline, but for almost everyone, the cursor comes up to, like, their bellies. So I just assume Makoto's, like, a normal 4.5, 5 feet tall for someone his age, and everyone else is, like, 8 feet tall in this. So again, we need to give her a loved gift. So we're going to give her the rose hip tea. And then we need to choose Utsunomiya, and I know I'm mispronouncing that, but it's just saying choose this one isn't right. I would have butchered all three of these, so... We'll get another report card entry, go back to sleep, and it's day 21. We have our day off and 2 more free time sessions, and we will be spending both of them with Celeste. So spend time with Celeste. And you don't need to give her a gift here. And then go meet with someone, and we're going to meet with Celeste again. I haven't been doing it, but I'm going to stop here and save in a new slot. You should have been doing this regularly just in case you do screw up. That way you don't have to back up too far if you do screw up, but I haven't really been doing that because I'm rather confident in my steps here. So this time we need to give Celeste another loved gift. I mean, if you watch the story, she wants men who, serve her nonstop. So it makes sense she wants 3 gifts. I think that's the most. I don't think anyone else wants more than 2. So give her whatever loved gift you have that's available. I'm just going to give her the Zol's diamond again. Oh, on that note, I don't think I've mentioned this, but repeating gifts does not affect the how much they enjoy it. So you could give them 5 of the same gift and that'd be fine. Or fine. We'll go back to our room, go to bed, wake up on day 22, keep following the same pattern we have been. Again, we'll double check to see if we can make any more of Mom's warm milk. We need aluminum cans, and everything else doesn't really matter. Chihiro and Hifumi leveled up there. So all 3 of our cleaners should be to level 5 now. And again, we're going to go meet with Celeste, and we have to give her another loved gift, because holy wa. And this time we're going to give her the love status ring that we have. And she will invite us back to our room, and we get promoted up to C rank. An honor few can brag about. And that'll get us achievement number 22 for completing her report card. And once again, we'll move on to day 23. We're going to be doing the same exact thing. But we should have the aluminum cans needed to make some of Mom's warm milk now. So make 2 of them, because that's all we have for milk. But everything else, we can make at least 5 more based on the aluminum cans. And that should be enough to get us through the rest of our playthrough here. We don't need to use one yet. So let's go ahead and we'll move to the next room, the music room for me, whatever it might be for you. And now we're going to go meet with someone else. This time we're going to choose Mondo. He's right in front of us, so you can just run over if you want or use the teleporter. It's not very far to get to him. Spend time, and we don't need to give him a gift here. And then we're going to be a dog person, even though I'm not, but hey. We will lie to get into good spirits with Mondo. With triangle hair, Mondo. Get our report card entry, move on to day 24. Nothing really changes. Keep doing what we've been doing. We're probably going to need to use one of Mom's warm milks, so go ahead and do that. And then we're going to move to the gym and do one run in there. Now there is a chance that you can make a cheat sheet, because we've done one rotation in every room, so feel free to do that. If you can make one, feel free. Same thing with the cleaning maestros. If you have the ability to do them, feel free to make one. Using it is kind of up to you. You can either save it for when someone levels up and maximize it, or use it now if you want to. I'm going to hold on to mine until I see someone level up next. But with that done, we'll have everyone search the gym. And you see Mondo just leveled up there, so we will level up Mondo when we come back. But we have to go meet with Mondo first. Go ahead and run over to him or teleport. Spend time together. You don't need to give him a gift, and you're going to get his final report card entry. Brings us to our room, and that will be achievement number 23 for completing Mondo's report card. And we've made it to day 25, which is halfway through. Though, this is the time spent in this is obviously spent the majority at the beginning. So, though I think we're closing in on an hour and 45 minutes or so for the recording, we probably have less than an hour left. We've hit a pretty good groove here. Excuse me. Again, go in and make sure, see if you can make a Mom's Warm Milk or a cheat sheet or cleaning maestro, either one. Take a look, because once you make one cycle through, we're not going to continue doing that. What we want to do now is see what we need to make more Mom's Warm Milks, and we need milk. So what we're going to do is we're going to move everyone to the kitchen. we want to hopefully get a ton of milk so we can make enough Mom's Warm milks that we don't have to worry about that anymore. When we get done, we're going to go spend time with Byakuya. He's over by Toko, and it's faster to just teleport to him. So go ahead and spend time, and we need to give him a loved gift. And he has quite a few. Civet Coffee, I probably mispronounced that. The Scarab Brooch. The Golden Gun. The Old-Timey Radio, and we have 2 of those, so we're going to use that one. And then the other one is the Millennium Prize. Actually, we're gonna do that one. And then we need to choose day trading, and that'll get us a report card entry for him. Again, keep doing what we have been doing every room. If you do get done with doing every room, search to get the items for Mom's Warm Milk. We probably need about 7 overall to be able to get to the through the remainder. So make enough so that you have like 7 or 8 on hand. So 8 will give you about 30 days, so you should be fine with 7 at this point. And then you don't have to worry about Mom's Warm Milk anymore. Just the searching we do from here on out should be enough that we'll be fine. With that in mind, we're now going to start focusing exclusively on the cleaning maestros. We have a cheat sheet. Oh, I forgot to use that on Mondo. So use that. We'll use that on Mondo, and then we're going to start looking for the objects needed for cleaning maestros. So as you can see, we have enough silver spoons to make 4. We have enough iron plates to make 3. We need whistles and antiseptic solution. So we're going to do a run in the gym. And once you have everyone in position, you'll see Makoto leveled up in cleaning, or I mean in mining there. We're going to go ahead and meet with Byakuya again, and we do not have to give him a gift this time. We'll get the report card. And when we wake up for day 27, we will once again be told to make a Monokuma, and we will press B to back out. And then we'll get a new one, and this is the last Monokuma that we will be ignoring on this playthrough. So we'll get whatever this next one is, Monokuma Adult. And we're still ignoring these, so keep focusing on the cleaning maestros if you are at that point, or Mom's Warm Milk. The warm milk is kind of more important because we will need to be searching for the Monokuma parts coming up. And so just focus on that, and then you can start working on the cleaning maestros. We have enough whistles for 2 cleaning maestros, so we need antiseptic solution now, which is in the nurse's office. So we're going to move everyone over, and then as you can see, we're kind of blue, so we're going to go ahead and take one of Mom's Warm Milks. before we work today. And then let's go ahead and get to work. We only got 4 of the antiseptic solution, but that is enough for us to make one. So, once we're done, we're going to go spend time with Byakuya, and we're going to give him a loved gift. So spend time. And from my previous jaunt through the presents, I noticed that I have 2 of the old-timey radios, which he loves, so we're going to give him one of those. And then we're going to choose $550,000. Day 28 is just 2 free time sessions, so the first one we're going to spend with Byakuya. So spend time with him, don't give him a gift, and you will get your final report card entry for him, unlocking your 24th achievement. Then we get another report, or a free time entry, or, another free time session, and we're going to find Taka. He's immediately to our left by the bathhouse entrance. Go ahead and chat with him, spend time together, and you do not need to give him a gift, and you will receive a report card entry. So once it pops up, we'll say, not really, nah. And we'll still get a report card for it. Feel free to use the spirit bombs whenever he gives them to you. It just boosts your characters, so it doesn't hurt. We're going to go in and we're going to make ourselves a cleaning maestro, because we can make one of them. And then we're going to give one of them to one of the 2 people that you want to get to level 9. So for me, it's Yasuhiro and it's Chihiro. Those are my 2 that are going to get to level 9. Once we get them both up to level 6, we're actually going to swap Hifumi over to searching as well. So for now, let's get Chihiro up to 6, because I know we're going to get another cleaning maestro tomorrow, and we'll give it to Yasuhiro. So just double check what you need. For me specifically, I need more antiseptic solution. So we're just going to keep everyone where they were and have them search again. Got a couple of people that leveled up there, which is good. And now we're going to go meet with someone. We're going to meet with Taka, and we have to give them a loved gift. It is Kiyotaka, so if you're searching through my list of presents, it's alphabetical order Kiyotaka, not Taka. So spend time with Taka. Give them a loved gift. And he has 4 gifts that are loved. Max gloves are one of them, and there's 3 of those, so I'm just going to give him that one. The red scarf, which is 28, 43 adorable reactions collection, and 88 the chin drill are the other ones that he loves. So we're going to give him that, and that should bring us to the final report card entry for him and achievement number 25. We're going to need to choose India for the conversation option here. And then you'll get the report card and the resulting achievement. Once we wake up, we're going to be on day 30. And we are going to have another cleaning maestro. And we're going to give that to our other, or excuse me, we can make another cleaning maestro. And what we're going to do is, I'm just going to pop over here. We only need pen lights, and we can make one more cheat sheet. So we're going to focus on that, because once we get done with, once we start making the Monokumas, we're going to exclusively focus on getting the cleaning maestros through the end of this playthrough. And then we can focus entirely on cheat sheets for playthrough 2 and beyond, once we get our cleaning levels up to level 9. So what we're going to do here is go in, we made the cleaning maestro, and we're going to give it to Yasuhiro. And what we can do now is move everyone to the music room, including Hifumi. And as you can see, our cleaning level is still more than enough with only the 2 cleaners to keep clean by themselves. We got 10 pen lights. And we're going to go meet with someone. This time we're going to find Sakura. She's just to our right. Spend time with her, and you don't need to give her a gift. And then we're going to choose the Your Dad dialogue. Made a good Your Dad joke to her. We're going to go into personal, we're going to go to construct first, and we can make another cheat sheet, and we need 1 each of triangle, ruler, and Monokuma photo album. And we may attempt to do that just to make 1 more of the cheat sheets before the end. So let's do the cheat sheet. I know Makoto recently leveled, so we're going to give it to him to get it up to 7. That way we're maximizing its use. So we're going to... actually, let me double check what we need here. Triangle, ruler, and Monokuma photo album. So let's go to the class. Yeah. Probably faster to just do that. We got enough to make 2 more of the cheat sheets. And so we're going to do that. We need to find Sakura again. Spend time with her. Almost did it. We don't need to give her a gift. And then choose a hammer. And I assume she sees Makoto as mostly a nail. So that must have been terrifying for him. We need Monokuma photo albums. So we're going to switch over to the library with everyone. And search. Hopefully we get at least 4, and we did. And then we're going to go meet with Sakura again. Once again, we don't need to give her a gift. And that'll get us another report card entry. And then we're going to go make the 2 cheat sheets that we can, and we're not going to bother with them anymore on this playthrough unless we end up finishing the cleaning maestros. So let's go in, and we're going to use one of the cheat sheets on Makoto, but we're not going to use the other one on him. And we're actually going to wait and hold on to the other cheat sheet until we see someone's level increase. So let's use a warm milk to heal everyone. And now we need to focus on the cleaning maestros. So we need Venus flytrap, so we're going to send everyone to the garden next. And once you're all set, go ahead and send everyone on their merry way. And we're going to go meet with Sakura one more time. And we do have to give her a gift this time. It will be a loved gift. So that is one that we don't have that she likes. We have 3 of the fresh bindings, and we're going to give her one of those since we have a bunch of them. She also likes the Rose in Vitro, Asura's Tears, and the Secrets of the Omoplata, which I think we only have 1 of each of those. So we get invited back to her room. And eventually you will unlock achievement number 26 for having completed her report card. Back out. And we're going to get a new Monokuma. Now, from this point on, we have to make the last 2 Monokumas. This first one we need to make so that we have enough trip tickets to finish out our first school mode ending with Aoi once we get all of the report card entries done with everyone. And then the last one we have to make in order to finish the school mode and get the 200 coins and the school mode ending. So we have to make these next 2 Monokumas. Your Monokumas are likely going to be different than mine, so they're going to require different items. So you're going to have to divvy up your searching and figure that out on your own. You can kind of follow along with what I do, but again, you're going to need different items than than I will, more than likely. So we need 20 microchips. We need 30 gas burners and 30 welders. And we're not going to have enough Bunsen burners to do that. And we need 30 welders, and we're not going to have enough of either of these. So we need metal plates, integrated circuits, and Bunsen burners, as well as iron plates. Well, I know there are Bunsen burners in the physics lab, so that's where we're going to go next. And then, I'm sorry, I already forgot. I have a terrible memory when it comes to this. Iron plates, metal plates, integrated circuits, and Bunsen burners. So iron plates, integrated circuits, Bunsen burners, and metal plates are all in here. So we might as well have everyone go to the physics lab. Hifumi leveled up, Sayaka leveled up. So we're going to give Sayaka that cheat sheet we got. We're going to find Chihiro to spend some time with them. Chihiro is immediately to our left, so not really worth teleporting to. Spend time with Chihiro, and we're going to give them a loved gift. So Chihiro likes the blueberry perfume. I only have one, so we're not going to give them that. They also like the Kirlian camera, but we only have one of those. An unending dandelion, but we only have one of those. And tips, and we have two of those, so I'm going to give one of them. And that'll get us a report card entry. And we have made it to day 35. Oh, I apologize. You have to choose voice recognition, and then you'll get the report card entry and move on to day 35. At day 35, I recommend making a save file in a separate save slot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go meet with someone, and when we get into the free time session here, I recommend you make a save and do so in a different save slot. That way, if something goes wrong these last 15 days, you have this save slot to go back to. So just like before, we're going to spend time with Chihiro. We don't need to give them a gift this time. And then we're going to choose Artificial Intelligence. And that'll send us back for our second free time session of the day, which, of course, will also be spent with Chihiro. So spend time with Chihiro. Once again, you don't need to give them a gift. And this will lead to our final report card entry. When you get back to their room, you're going to choose Mondo. And that'll get you achievement number 27, Goodfellows, for completing Chihiro's report card. So we're going to be on day 36, and we are going to once again keep working on the Monokuma. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and give that cheat sheet to Sayaka, before I forget. And then we just need to make sure, see if we can make the remaining items that we need. So we need the gas burners and welders. We have enough welders. Do we have enough to make the gas burner? Looks like it. And there we go, we can make the Monokuma. So as soon as you can make it, just remember that you have, so you don't try to make a second one on the off chance, you have enough materials to do so. Once we have that, we're going to do what we were doing before. We have, 10, 11, what day is it? 36. We have 11 days to work. And we're going to try to get each room done once again. But we're not going to use the entire group this time. We're going to split them up. So we're going to move half of them to the class and half of them to the kitchen. Because we want to build up our materials again for the final Monokuma. So split them. You can't really do it evenly, but as evenly as you can between the first two rooms, and go ahead and search. The reason being is the final Monokuma is going to have a massive amount of resources needed. And so if we do, another search in each room here, then when we get to the final Monokuma, we should have a pretty stress-free last couple of days. We should be able to make it within the first day or two of it showing up. So we're going to do another rotation with half of the class in the rooms as I just showed you, and then we'll focus on the cleaning maestros in the remaining days after that. So go meet with someone. We're going to go meet with Hifumi. Hifumi is in the hallway with Celeste, so it's easier to teleport to him. And we're going to spend some time together. No gift, and you will get an automatic report card entry. And Monokuma gave us some cleaning maestros, so that's going to help us out immensely. As I said, if you don't get these, don't worry about it. Just keep working on the cleaning maestros until you get your cleaners to level 9. But we're going to give one to each of our cleaners to make it even easier for us. And now we're going to move the ones who were in the class to the library. And we're going to move the ones that were in the kitchen to the art room, because we just did the physics lab. And go ahead and start searching. And we're going to go meet with Hifumi again. And this time we're going to have to give Hifumi a loved gift. And he loves Cola Cola. We have 2 of them, and I don't think anyone else really does enjoy it, so we're gonna just do that. He also loves potato chips, demon angel princess figure, unending dandelion, and tips and tips. But that'll get us a report card with Hifumi, and we will eventually need to pick demon here. And that'll get us back to our room and to day 38. Okay, as you saw there, we were handed a cheat sheet, and we're going to go ahead and use it on Sayaka. We'll just double check that we don't have any more, stat items that we can make, and then we'll jump back in, and we're going to move everyone there to the nurse's office. And we'll move everyone here to the garden. And then we're going to go meet with someone. Once again, it's going to be Hifumi. Spend time with him. You don't need to give him a gift, and it will lead you to his final report card and your 28th achievement. And with Hifumi done, we only have one more classmate. At least we should. You can actually double check that from the e-handbook and going into the report cards. And wow, Monokuma is being really nice to us. Okay, well, we'll use those. We'll use one of Mom's warm milks to heal everyone up. And we only need 2 more cleaning maestros. Which means we really just need whistles. So we're going to move everyone here to the data center. And we'll move everyone here to the music room. And start cleaning. A lot of people leveled up there. And our last classmate is Kyoko. She's down in the dorm area, so it's faster to teleport to her. So spend time with her, and we need to give her a loved item. And at this point, she's the last one, so you can give her whatever gifts you want. We're going to give her the coffee here because I know we have it and we don't have anyone else to give gifts to. And then choose swimming when the dialogue option pops up, not nice body. That would... I don't know that Allie has been training for nice body, but swimming works. And that'll get us a report card entry. And we'll be brought to day 40. I highly recommend, again, making another save here, just to confirm that if something goes wrong, you have these last 10 days you can replay, and then just double check that your report card is all filled out except for Kyoko, and the stars will indicate whether you are or not. Today we're going to move everyone to the gym for our final day. So go ahead and have everyone search the gym. We needed a bunch of whistles anyways. And now we're going to go meet with Kyoko. It is worth noting that I had you make that save because tomorrow is the last day you can turn in the Monokuma, and you need to make sure that you get the Monokuma done. So if you did not finish the Monokuma, we have the 10-day save or the 15-day save. You can go back and try again. But you do need to have the Monokuma completed in order to follow along with me here. So just make sure you completed that Monokuma. If you didn't, you can reload the save we just made and try to search again until you do. Or you can reload the save from 5 days ago and replay the last 5 days if you need to do that. But go ahead and hang out with Kyoko. You don't need to give her a gift, and you'll automatically get a report card entry. So we're going to go to sleep. And then when we wake up, we will be asked to make our Monokuma. If you already made your Monokuma, you just press the B button to back out. But if you still need to make it, you can move across to the processed goods or wherever you need to go in order to make it. As you can see, we have the 1 in the owned column there, so we can just press B to back out, and we completed it. Monokuma will make a comment about it and give us some trip tickets. And that's what we needed. We have enough trip tickets now to get one of the school mode endings with whatever classmate we decide to use them on. And we're also going to get our next Monokuma, and it is now a priority that you make that Monokuma. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go into Construct, and we're going to make our last 2 cleaning maestros, and we do not have to make any more after this. If you are getting your 2 cleaners to level 9. 2 level 9 cleaners can handle the cleaning by themselves without any other cleaning tools or help. Obviously, when we first start our next playthrough, you may have to have someone step in for a day for them to rest, but other than that, your 2 level 9 cleaners will be able to handle cleaning entirely on their own. And now our focus is going to be on the Monokuma and cheat sheets. So we need to go into Construct again, and we need 10 Greek statues. And we're going to be 1 marble slab short, I think. We need 20 microchips. We need 30 secret books of poems, which will have enough. But we also need 50 paint, which is kind of rude because you can't hold enough in your inventory to make 50 paint. As you can see, you can only have 99, so even if we had 99 watercolor paints, we'd still need to get 1 more in order to make a 50th paint. But we're still going to need watercolor paints, marble slabs, and I think that's it. And I think both of those are in the art room. So we're going to send everyone to the art room. Oop, 1 more. And have everyone work. We're going to go spend some time with Kyoko, and we need to give her another loved gift. And this will be our last free time session spending time together. We're going to start using the trip tickets after this. So again, we're going to give her a loved gift. So she likes the civet coffee. She likes blueberry perfume, so I'm just going to give her that because we don't need any more gifts after this. And then the Rose in Vitro Cherry Blossom Bouquet and the Bajobo dolls are her other loves. So go ahead and give it to her, and it will lead to her final report card entry. Choose gloves. And this should unlock you achievements number 30 and 31 for completing Kyoko's report card and for completing everyone's report card. And there are the two achievements unlocking. And we have made it to day 42. Before we go any further, I want to do a little bit of explanation on how the trip tickets work. It's very similar, as you've seen, from spending time, except it's a different choice when you get there. And almost all the time you should be saving beforehand. At the very least, you should save before the first time you do a trip ticket with someone, and then I would save before like the 6th time, and then save before the 10th time. For people that have a perfect room, that's the saving you should follow. Before the first time, before the 6th time, before the 10th time. For people that have a perfect room, I would save before the first time, and then you're going to save... for people that don't have a perfect room, you're going to save every time. And this can be a bit tedious, but it is required to reach that optimal path. Reloads don't take that long. You're looking at about, 40 seconds to reload, so it's not all that bad if you do choose or don't get the option you need. What's going to happen is you're going to choose to take a trip with someone, and it's going to bring you to a choice of 6 different rooms. And you're going to choose to bring them to either the dining hall, the school store, the library, the rec room, the music room, and the garden. Choosing one of those locations will bring you and whoever your partner is there. When you get there, 2 things can happen. The first will happen 95% of the time. One of 3 different dialogues will start, and each of these dialogues gives you 3 different dialogue choices. For example, if you take Aoi to the dining hall, you may get a dialogue choice that says this. You can either choose, when I'm starving, it's burger time. So you like donuts, right? Or, for breakfast, Japanese style is best. And those are the 3 options you can choose. But you may also get one that says, have you put on a little weight? Or, you're good friends with Sakura, right? Or, what's your favorite sport? Or, you may get this one, which says, don't you ever let your hair down? Or, that hairpin of yours really suits you. Or, do you know how to cook? And you might wonder, well, what's the difference? Each response in these gives you a boost to overall rating, from either a negative to a +1. For example, in the first 3, when I'm starving, it's burger time, so you like donuts, and for breakfast, Japanese style is best. For breakfast, Japanese style gives you a half heart boost. When I'm starving, it keeps you at 0 hearts, and so you like donuts gives you a negative result. But in that situation, where is the +1 answer? And the truth is, not every dialogue in every room has a +1 heart option, and that's why we need to save beforehand. Some classmates have a room where all 3 conversation options give you a +1 option. For example, going to the dining hall with Hifumi will always give you a dialogue option that gives you a +1 to hearts. Saving isn't really necessary because you're guaranteed to get that +1 heart boost, as long as you choose the right dialogue, of course. For Leon, however, he doesn't have a perfect room, so we'll need to save before every trip to make sure that we get one of the +1 heart dialogue options when we go on a trip, so we're not wasting the free time session and the trip ticket. The second thing that can happen is called the Trigger Happy Heart event. These are completely random. They can trigger at any time. You could get it on your first visit with someone, or you may have to save load to get it on your 10th visit. And simply finishing them choosing the right dialogue option will give you a +1 boost. It's basically like the nonstop debate in trials. You have the person talking in front of you. There are 2 golden statements in their dialogue, and you need to choose to either affirm or negate by firing an affirmation or negation truth bullet at the proper statement. And again, if that does pop up, I'll show you what you have to do. This can be a little confusing for me to say to you. So what I'm going to do is when we do the first trip ticket session with someone, I'm going to tell you what the Trigger Happy Heart event triggers are, and you should probably write them down. Directing you to a certain point in my walkthrough is going to be difficult to do, so and I'm not going to want to repeat this every single time. So I'm going to tell you when we do the first one, and hopefully you'll remember what I said or write it down or whatever, and you can follow along with me, because it is completely random. I have had it trigger on the first time, and in some cases I've had to save load 20 times in order for it to show up. The reason you have to save load is because we need the optimal path has us getting 10 hearts in 10 trips. There is no guarantee that the Trigger Happy Heart event will trigger in 10 visits. So when we get to the 10th visit, we save, so we can save and reload until that Trigger Happy Heart event happens, because we need it to trigger for the school mode ending to trigger. So in order for school mode endings to trigger, you need to be at 10 hearts, and you need to have had the Trigger Happy Heart event for that person trigger. And this is where Monokuma will come in. You'll be checking Monokuma regularly and making sure that you're getting the proper hearts along the way. You don't have anything that lets you know if you've gotten the Trigger Happy Heart event, so I do recommend that you make a save on the free time session for day 48, and that way if for some reason you get to the end of your playthrough and the Trigger Happy Heart event didn't trigger, so you don't get your school mode ending, you can go back and make sure you get it before you get to the ending again. But when the Trigger Happy Heart event, usually the music will be different. The person you're with says, just ... and it'll look very much like a trial. You'll have to use the left bumper to either select the affirmation or negation truth bullet, and then you'll have to choose which one of these to fire at the correct statement. Again, I'll tell you which is which. And that's basically all there is to it. So, as I said, I recommend saving. If you don't have a perfect room, save before every single visit. If you have a perfect room, save before your first, your 6th, and your 10th visits. That way, if you do screw something up, you have multiple save files. Again, I recommend saving in new slots each time. That way you can go back to those saves if something goes wrong. So what I'm going to do is, I have these all written in my walkthrough, and that's what I'm following. So I'm going to try to follow a similar setup to this. So we're going to go and work on Aoi first. So we're going to go meet with Aoi. Once again, feel free to use her headshot. We're going to have to go to her 10 times. So for the trip tickets, it's easiest to just have their headshot selected. Before you do anything with her, go ahead and save. And we're going to save in a new slot here. For Aoi, the Trigger Happy Heart event is to fire affirmation at swim like crazy. So remember that. Fire affirmation at swim like crazy if that pops up. I'll try to make note of that every single time, but it's not going to be... hopefully I'll remember to, but if not, I'm telling you right now. Affirmation, swim like crazy, that's how you do the Trigger Happy Heart event. For Owlie, we're going to take her to the school store. The school store is a perfect location for Owlie, so we don't really need to save every time. And we are going to be looking for one of 3 different statements. They have candy and sweets and stuff too. Let's dig for treasure, or do they have any new DVDs here? All 3 of those statements are a +1, and so we can always be guaranteed to get a +1 here. So we're going to go ahead, talk with Owlie, and use a trip ticket. We're going to choose the school store. Be careful, again, if you choose the wrong location, there is no confirmation. So take it slow, make sure you're choosing the right location, and once again, we're at the school store. There's no Trigger Happy Heart event happening, so we need to find one of those 3 statements. They have candy and sweets, let's dig for treasure, and do they have any new DVDs here? As you can see, we have let's dig for treasure, so we'll pick that, and that'll give us a +1 to our hearts. We can't see it. You'll just have to take my word for it. Once we get back, you can check Monokuma. So, again, we're on to our next day, but I'm going to show you the Monokuma screen here just so you have an idea for what it looks like. You don't have to check it yourself unless you want to guarantee you're getting a +1 heart every time. But as you can see, we have our first heart with Owlie. And now we're going to do it again. I recommend checking that regularly just to make sure you didn't screw anything up. We're not going to save this time. We're going to, once again, use a trip ticket and go to the school store. The Trigger Happy Heart event is Fire Affirmation at Swim Like Crazy, should that pop up for you. But otherwise, we need They Have Candy and Sweets. Let's dig for treasure, and do they have any new DVDs here? So we're going to choose Let's dig for treasure. That'll get us to our second heart with Owlie, and we will be moving on to day 43. I hope that wasn't too much to take in. I apologize, but there is a lot going on here. So we're back here. We're just going to do a quick check on everything. We still need iron plates and Venus flytraps for cleaning maestros. Oh, my bad. We already finished that. If you still need cleaning maestros, work on the cleaning maestros. If you do finish the cleaning maestros, you can work on cheat sheets, which we need triangle rulers. Make sure also that you can make your Monokuma. We need 15 paint and 1 Greek statue. So let's go make those. I apologize. I had to take a pause for a phone call here, and so my thought process is a little different. So we're going to make the Warlock Kuma, and we're done now. We have made the Monokuma. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So what we're going to focus on now is, as I've already said, if you need cleaning maestros, if you need to get your 2 cleaners to level 9, focus on making the cleaning maestros. Once you have your 2 cleaners to level 9, focus on making cheat sheets. So we're going to focus on triangle rulers there. So we'll move everyone to the class. And with that done, we'll set everyone on their way. We're going to go meet with someone. Again, we're going to meet with Owlie. You don't really need to save here. This is a perfect room after all. Go ahead and use a trip ticket and go to the school store. Again, Trigger Happy Heart event is Fire Affirmation at Swim Like Crazy, should that pop up for you. And we need to find They Have Candy and Sweets, Let's Dig for Treasure, or do they have any new DVDs here? That'll get you to 3 hearts with Owlie, and we'll move on to day 44. Just like before, work on the Monokuma, then the cleaning maestros, and then cheat sheets in that order. We still need to heal everyone up, so let's go ahead and use one of our mom's warm milks, and then we'll check the cheat sheets. We need Monokuma photo albums next, so we'll send everyone to the library. And we're going to go spend some time with Aoi again, obviously as a trip ticket. This is our 4th session, so we're not going to save yet. Use a trip ticket, go to the school store, fire affirmation at swim like crazy if you get the hard event. Otherwise, they have candy and sweets. Let's dig for treasure, and do they have any new DVDs here? And that'll get us to 4 hearts and move us to day 45. And again, same as before, work on the Monokuma if you still need to. Otherwise, cleaning maestros first, and then if you get your cleaners to level 9, focus on the cheat sheets. We're going to do electronic tables next, which I believe are in the data center. So we'll go ahead and start our day. This will be our 5th trip with Aoi, so we're not going to save quite yet. So use a trip ticket, go to the school store. Again, fire affirmation at swim like crazy if the trigger happy heart event triggers, and it did for me. So we need to fire affirmation at swim like crazy. Or we can miss. There is no penalty for missing. The dialogue will just restart. So if you do miss, just hold the B button until the entire thing cycles back through. There we go, got it that time. And for those of you that didn't get the Trigger Happy Heart event, it is, they have candy and sweets and stuff, let's dig for treasure, and do they have any new DVDs here? But once we do that, that's an automatic +1 to our hearts, and we finish our free time session. So we're up to 5 hearts with Aoi, and we'll move on to day 46. On day 46, it is time for you to start considering finishing any of the cheat sheets or cleaning maestros you have left. As I said, day 48 is the last day that you can use them. So if you are, for example, if you still need, like I do for cleaning maestros, if you still need iron plates and Venus flytraps, you may want to split people up to try to get enough to make one more before the end of your playthrough here. Because as I said, day 47 is the last day to be able to search to make the consumables. You can search on day 48, and then on day 49 you can make them on Akuma, but you don't have access to your tools and your consumables. So anything you pick up on day 48 can only be used for Monokumas. So you need to have your consumable cheat sheet and cleaning maestro items made on day 47. Or excuse me, on day 48 before you start to work. So we're going to make a cheat sheet here. And we're going to try to split everyone up between the electronic table and pen light, because we have enough of the other two to make 2 more. So first things first, we're going to go in, we're going to use a cheat sheet. I think Mondo recently leveled, so we're going to use it on Mondo. And then we're going to go here, and we're going to split everyone up. And again, if you still need the Monokuma, work on the Monokuma. Finish up cleaning maestros. If you still need those, that should be the priority. But if you have cleaning maestros, your 2 cleaners to level 9, then you should work on the cheat sheets like we are here. Okay, we're going to go meet with someone. This is day 6. Or our 6th session, excuse me, with Aoi. So we're going to save. Again, we're going to save in a new slot here. And we're using up a ton of slots. I know for some people that's frustrating, but it is very important that you have multiple slots so you can go back if something does screw up. So we're going to go to the school store. Again, fire affirmation at Swim Like Crazy if you get the Trigger Happy Heart event. It can trigger more than once, so I have had it happen up to 3 times in the 10 sessions. So you can get 2 or 3 of them, and as I said, sometimes I've had to reload 20 times before it showed up for me. So that isn't the norm. Most of the time you're going to get it in the first 10, but you may have to save load 1 or 2 times if you're unlucky. So they have candy and sweets. Let's dig for treasure. Do they have any new DVDs here? This gets us to 6 hearts with Aoi, and we go on to day 47. I recommend when you load in on day 47 that you make a save here. This is the last day, or the last 2 days to search for a Monokuma, and the last day to search for your cheat sheet items. So we're going to make 2 of them. We're not going to have enough time to do anything else, so we're not going to bother, searching for anything else. So we're going to go ahead and make our 2 cheat sheets. We'll put Mondo up to 8, and best case scenario is probably moving up one of our 6s to 7. Now, I don't know who that could be. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm just going to put it in Kyoko there. We'll give one more Mom's Warm Milk. Just make sure you have the Monokuma built. And again, we don't have enough time to build any more of the cheat sheets. And we don't need any more of the cleaning maestros, so just have anyone do whatever you want. Don't have anyone rest for these days, because having them work does help build up their XP. So keep having the searchers, the miners search, and the cleaners clean, just so, well, the cleaners we don't need any more experience, but the miners we do. And as you can see, we had a couple of them level up. So we're going to go meet with someone. This is our 7th session with Aoi. So trip ticket, school store. And again, fire affirmation at Swim Like Crazy if you get the THHE. Or they have candy and sweets and stuff. Let's dig for treasure. Or do they have any new DVDs here? That gets us to 7 hearts and moves us to day 48. This is the last day to use your consumables, so if you have any cheat sheets or cleaning maestros, make sure you use them today. And this is the last day of searching for your Monokuma as well, so make sure that you have your Monokuma. Feel free to make another save if you are trying for your last items to make your Monokuma. That way you can just reload and try again. Don't worry about the HP objects. The consumables you really need to get rid of are the cheat sheet and cleaning maestro, just to make sure that you don't lose them. It's better to just use them on anyone than to waste them. So, use them on whoever you want. Make sure you have them on Akuma, and there's really nothing else to worry about today. You can have everyone do the same tasks that they did yesterday. Back in our room, we're going to go spend some time with Aoi. And when we get here, I know this isn't officially where I tell you to save, but I'm going to tell you to save here. Make a day 48 save. That way, if something goes wrong, you have your 48 free time, and then 49 and day 49 and day 50 have 2 free time sessions each. So if something did screw up, saving here gives you a few extra sessions. In fact, we'll have 2 on day 50 to fix any problems, because we're going to get to level 10 or 10 hearts with Aoi at the end of day 49. So you can use day 50 to clean up anything that may have screwed up along the way. Maybe your Aoi playthrough or 10 hearts with Aoi didn't work out, you didn't get a trigger happy heart event, whatever it is, you can reload the save and finish. So we'll go and hang out with Aoi, but real quick here, going to show off the hearts just so you can confirm that we have been getting them. As you can see, we're up to 7, so we have 3 more sessions. So day 48 and the 2 on day 49 will get us to 10. Use a ticket, go to the school store. Again, fire affirmation at Swim Like Crazy if you get that. Otherwise, they have candy and sweets and stuff too. Let's dig for treasure. Do they have any new DVDs here? That gets us to 8 hearts and moves us to day 49. Excuse me. A lot of talking to do in one sitting here. You're going to wake up on day 49 and you will have finished the Monokuma. It'll prompt you to finish it if you haven't already, but if you have the one in the owned column, you can press B. Obviously, if you haven't made it, you'll have to reload an earlier save. This one is absolutely necessary. If you don't finish this, you don't get the school mode playthrough completed, which means you won't get the 200 coins for finishing it, and you won't trigger the school mode ending for Aoi that we're working on. So make sure you finish this, reload some of your earlier saves if you need to. But once you have a 1 in the owned column there, press B. And you will get your 200 coins and 4 more trip tickets for doing so. And that Monokuma looks familiar to any of you that may have played Danganronpa 2. And now we're on day 49. We just have free time sessions to the end of the game. So we're going to go hang out with Aoi. This will be session 9. Go to the school store. Again, fire affirmation at Swim Like Crazy if you get the THHE. Otherwise, they have candy and sweets and stuff. Let's dig for treasure, and do they have any new DVDs here? That'll get us to 9 hearts and send us to the next free time session. And this one is very important. So, if you have not gotten your Trigger Happy Heart event here, you need to save before this trip. So go ahead and save here. If you haven't gotten the Trigger Happy Heart event, go ahead and save. Because you have to reload this save if you don't get the THHE. That's right, I shortened it to the Trigger Happy Heart event. If you don't get it, the next time dialogue pops up, you can reload your save and just jump back in. So what I mean is, we're going to use a trip ticket. We'll go to the school store here, and let's see if the Trigger Happy Heart event pops up for me. And it does. Of course it does. Can't do an object lesson. But let's say it didn't. You'd have to go to your system, go to load, and then just reload your save. You'll be standing right outside of Aoi after you go into school mode and hit continue. And you'll be standing right in front of her, and you can just talk to her again. and keep going on the trips to the school store with her, anyways, until the Trigger Happy Heart event triggers. And that's all you're going to do. You have to save and load on the 10th session with anyone if you haven't gotten the Trigger Happy Heart event until it triggers. So always keep track of that as you're going through, and if you haven't gotten it, make sure you save before your 10th session, and that's why we make the save at day 48 as well, so that you can go back if something does screw up. But again, fire affirmation at Swim Like Crazy if you need to, otherwise they have candy and sweets and stuff. Let's dig for treasure. And do they have any new DVDs here? And this will get you to 10 hearts. This is on day 50. And I know I've been directing you to make a lot of saves, but we're going to make one more here. Another day off. Technically, we're done. In all honesty, we've gotten all 10 hearts with Owie, but we're going to go meet with someone, and again, we're going to save. And I'm going to overwrite that save because we don't need to worry about that. And we're going to go talk to Monokuma. And as you see here, Owie is up to 10 hearts and is very happy. That means we're done. As long as you have her up into her little square there. I don't think it's quite a square, but... And you have the Trigger Happy Heart event. Her school mode ending will trigger now that we've completed the Monokuma. Those are the 3 things you have to do. You have to complete the very last Monokuma in order to get the ending triggered. You have to get her to 10 hearts using the trip tickets. And you have to make sure that the Trigger Happy Heart event triggered at some point during your 10 visits. As long as it did, you're good to continue. Since we don't have anyone else to hang out with today, assuming everything went well for you, just run to your dorm room and that will automatically, once you hit yes, that'll skip the rest of the hangout sessions for the day and send you to bed. And we have made it to day 51. You're going to get some dialogue and some scenes, and eventually you will end up standing in the gym and Allie will start a conversation with you. Normally, if you have more than one person here, you have to choose, but since we only have one, it'll automatically enter us into conversation with the person. And he's going to murder us because we didn't do well enough, and then Usami wakes up and saves us all. And we get the exit the school button, and that's how school mode ends. And then you get the opportunity to do the true school mode ending with whoever you reach 10 hearts with and got the Trigger Happy Havoc event to trigger. As I said, there's a lot of conversation here, and for those of you that have played the story, you kind of understand why Junko is so confused there. But, hey, alternate universe. So, we're going to talk to Aoi, and we are going to have to choose, weren't you going to go for the gold? Doing so, we'll finish off the school mode ending for Aoi, and we get her underwear because, of course, we do. But it is necessary for a present that is considered one of the presents, and that's why we have to go through school mode, is to get the presents required for that achievement. And that will unlock achievement number 32 out of 38, School's Out for Summer. I believe that's 32. No, I apologize, 31. Achievement number 31 out of 38, School's Out for Summer for 10G, and you should be at 580 out of 1000G. Go ahead and save in whatever slot you want. Assuming that worked, all of these other save slots are useless, so you don't have to worry about them if you don't want to. And we have finished the first school mode playthrough. we're coming in at 3 hours of straight talking for me here. So I'm not going to jump straight into school mode playthrough 2, but I do promise you the remaining playthroughs will go a little bit quicker than that one because I won't have to explain everything. You guys have a pretty good idea of what the school mode entails and how to handle it. No more of all of the, exposition on how to do things and why we're doing things. So, school mode playthrough 1 is done. We got an extra 200 coins, and we are ready to continue on with our walkthrough. If you have any questions or comments for me, as always, you can reach out to me, and I will do my best to answer them. But if there is nothing else for me, I will see you guys when we start our second school mode playthrough.